Hello and welcome to Just Hoops. The floater has become one of the most valuable shots for an offensive player to utilize in today's basketball. To dive into some statistics, the top 10 field goal attempt takers from 5 to 9 feet in the playoffs were Jokic, Kawhi, Jaren Jackson Jr., Trae Young, De'Aaron Fox, John Morant, Mikal Bridges, Kevin Durant, Domantas Sabonis, and Devin Booker. All of which were guys that were highly impactful, specifically at the offensive end of the floor and having a heavy scoring load. This shows that floaters are highly valued and necessary in today's game to be successful in terms of being an effective and efficient scorer. This video is going to discuss the art of the floater, talking about it at different levels and really breaking down the skill for you, starting with the footwork. Having great footwork is essential being successful with a floater, so we're going to start by first talking about the most basic finish of all in terms of footwork, off of 1 foot, going left, right, or right, left, landing and sticking on the opposite leg in terms of the hand you're shooting with, allowing yourself to be on balance, under control, and elevate. Next, we're going to talk about goofy foot finish, which is landing on the same foot and same hand you're shooting with. So if you're shooting righty, you're sticking and shooting off of your right foot, lefty, the same thing. Just a way to get off quicker shots, same thing, being under control, on balance. Being on 1 foot is tougher to do so, but the speed at which you gather on goofy foot finishes helps you create space. Using a jump stop or hop step is a way players are able to gather on 2 feet to allow themselves to elevate into their floater. You can see in these 2 examples that the player gets down low and has body control and balance as they elevate. Next, the Euro step into the floater. Here you'll see John Morant getting downhill. He does an inside-outside step, a Euro step, allowing himself to plant on that outside foot, elevate up and over the defense, and finish the floater. This is a great way to create separation and use timing to your advantage. Nextly, the flyby. Watch Halliburton gather on 2, pump fake, the defense flies by, and he's able to be on balance and under control for the shot. And then the step through, we're going to land on 2, step through past the defense to find space, and finish the play. And then lastly, the use of jail. Putting the guy on your back, using your body to create separation and keep a guy out of the play, and then landing on whatever footwork you want to use to finish the play. John Morant does a terrific job here, keeping Caruso behind him, finding space, landing on 2, and finishing. As you saw throughout the footwork, the creation of space is necessary, so now we'll talk more about how guys create space to be successful. First things first, when it comes to creating space, it's getting an advantage and angle in one-on-one situations. Here, Brunson does a great job at getting low, being explosive, attacking the outside hip of the defense, and then getting back to the middle of the floor. Here, John Morant attacks the inside hip, forcing Vanderbilt to open up, and then he has even more space to operate and get to his floater. The way that you create space is how you attack, being low, explosive, and attacking the hip of the defense. Here, Fox is on a go and catch, attacks the outside hip of his defender, blows by him, and is able to get to his spot, land on 2, and be under control. Doing things quick, explosively, and being in a position where you're low and able to change directions will help you out at getting this advantage and angle. Here you can see Garland using changes of pace and direction in order to get to his spot to get to his floater. Next, we'll see John Morant use that same change of pace, change of direction to disrupt his defender, get downhill, and get to his spot. Pace and direction are ways to open up the defense, force them to move in ways that they don't want to move, and be more reactionary instead of imposing their will. Just changing your direction once or twice can definitely get the defense off balance, and then changing pace can put them on their heels. So the way that you're able to do that can definitely open up space, get a defender out of the play, allowing you to get to your spots, play at your pace, and have everything under control, like Tyrese Halliburton here, as he blows by his initial defender, gets to his spot, and elevates for the floater. Once an angle is created on the perimeter, it's necessary to create space at the second level. Whether it's footwork or not, we're going to dive into the non-footwork ways. Brunson here did a great job at dipping his shoulder and creating space through physicality. Garland here does a great job at getting his inside shoulder into the defense, allowing there to be separation as he elevates for the floater. As we go through these clips, you can see that the use of physicality is massive, but also the use of timing. Here, Garland uses a quick stop off of his goofy foot to create separation and use timing to his advantage, getting off the shot quicker than the defender can contest. Here, John Morant does the same quick stop. He lands on 2 as the defender slides by, allowing him to elevate with no contest. The ability to stop on a dime like Fox does here with the quick stop and how he gathers before the defense can even jump up and contest is massive in terms of creating space in that second level. But here in this last clip, Halliburton does a good job at using timing and physicality to create space. As he gets downhill, he gathers quickly to disrupt timing, but also uses his shoulder to create space through physicality against his defender in the drop zone. Next, after you create separation and land on whatever footwork you're going to use, you need to be able to finish these plays effectively. Darius Garland does a great job in this first clip. Watch as he gets downhill, sticks the landing, elevates, and has a fully extended arm up and over the defense, allowing the ball to have arc and touch. Here we're going to see Tyrese Halliburton do the same thing. As he gets downhill, the way he fully extends his arm, has control of the ball, and he gets up and over the contest. Just having the dexterity to have the control of the ball as it gets up high with great touch, spin, just doing an all-around job at giving the ball the best chance possible of hitting the rim and falling in with touch. Here we're going to see John Morant get up, elevate high, have his arm fully extended to avoid the contest, and also have great touch on the ball to fall in. This combination of dexterity on the finish and balance of the footwork is what makes the floater such a tough shot to master. There you saw Brunson take a bump and still finish the play. Here you'll see Tyrese Halliburton do the same thing, take the bump, have great balance and control off one foot, and finish the play with dexterity and touch. Here, you're going to see Trae Young land on one foot, be under control, on balance, and that allows him to fully extend and be successful with the floater. Here, we're going to see Fox land on two, gather, and that balance allows him to elevate, accept contact, and then finish high with great touch. And lastly, and probably most importantly, the decision-making aspect of scoring in this level is a massive part of being successful. In this clip here, watch Jalen Brunson. As soon as he gets the angle downhill, watch his eyes. His head's always moving. He's scanning the floor, trying to find space and opportunities to find his teammates, but he got into space to knock down the floater. Here you're going to see Tyrese Halliburton scan the defense as he goes downhill, finding the defender behind him, and also seeing if the defender at the rim is going to step up. He doesn't, and he has enough room for the floater. Here, Fox keeps his eyes up to identify the mismatch, then sees the space to gather and rise up before the help arrives at the rim. One action that a lot of these guys use heavily is a ball screen in terms of getting to their floater. You can see here Trae does a great job at peeling off the screen tight, getting downhill, seeing the big and drop, and knocking down the floater. Same thing here against Philly. He gets off the screen tight, identifies the big and a drop, and he's able to get right into his floater without really any contest. Here, Garland, as he comes off the screen, the big's in a soft show, so he baits the big by using pace and directional changes, using his eyes to move the defense, and then he finds open space to get to his floater. Here, watch Fox sprint off the big. His eyes immediately lift up to read the coverage and see the floor, and as he gets downhill, he identifies the drop, attacks the space, the big stays home, and he has space to get into his floater. In this clip, we can see Young uses eyes to look off the big and create space for a shot. He looks at Capella slightly, Gobert backs off toward the roller, and then he has space to operate for his floater. And here Tyrese Halliburton uses his eyes and a ball fake to do the same thing. He comes off the screen, he gathers a little bit, uses his eyes and a ball fake simultaneously to move Al Horford and have space for his floater. And then reading the second defender is also massive. So here we're going to see Trae Young attack, get downhill, the big sunk back, and he has the space to operate. That second defender is the big, and as he sinks back, you can see that he has space to operate. Garland gets downhill, sees Randall begin to step up in the restricted area. Knowing that, he has to identify that and be able to get into his floater and avoid the contest. Here, you can see that Jalen Brunson is getting downhill. He identifies Jared Allen on the help side, and he gathers to shoot the floater before Allen can step over and make a play at the rim. Halliburton attacks off the go and catch, sees the shot blocker at the rim, gathers before the shot blocker can make a play, and he's able to get off a shot early before the contest. Here you can see Ja getting downhill. He tries to do a fake to get to the rim. The big doesn't bite, so he rises up with space to get to his float game. Fox gets past his primary defender, sees the defense turning above the restricted area to make a play happen. He gathers as the defense turns when he has enough space to shoot the floater. The floater is one of the most widely used moves and shots in today's basketball by some of the most successful scorers in the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned some of the keys to being successful at this shot. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you in the next one.